am Coding, and you're tuned in to me coding. Today I'm going to be working on the catalog analysis tool for Recoup. I'll quickly share the status of where it's at and what I'm going to be improving. If you go to chat.recoupable.com/catalogs, you'll see the current implementation of our music catalog analysis tool. First, you'll see the catalogs that you have access to, and once you're inside of that catalog, you can see all of the songs as well as analysis on the right using an LLM, using AI. What I need to do next is we need to preserve the CSV artist. So when I upload an artist, right now that info is getting thrown out. So the only way artists are getting added is from Spotify info. That's it, from Spotify info. So if Spotify does not return info, artists are left blank. So I need to fill this in. After that, what we're going to do is we're going to filter the catalog based off of the active artist. So if I select an artist, and like Mac Miller, we have a lot of in here. So if I have Mac Miller selected and I'm looking at this page, I should only see songs from Mac Miller. So to get started, I'm going to be doing the preserving of artists, and then later I'm going to be doing the active artist selecting. Starting with preserving of artists, the first thing I want to do is docs, then API, then chat. So to do that, I'm going to get started in Linear. Linear is where I do my task management. So I'm going to come over here to record the tasks before I start to implement them. Go out to my projects, go into Recoupable, go into catalog analysis, and inside of here, I can see the tasks that I have set: add artist, the CSV upload, active artist check. So those are already here, but we just need to flesh it out a little bit more. CSV upload, add artists. From the CSV upload, let's go docs. And now I'm just going to do 2 more tasks of similar names instead of docs. Once we build out the docs, we'll then build out the API. And once I build out the API, I'll implement the API into the front-end chat repo. So it's 3 different repos, 3 different code repositories with the same update. Then active artist, filtering catalog. I don't know how many tickets this is going to take, so for now I'll just leave it as 1, and I'm going to focus on my immediate next step. Get started with the docs. I think I already have docs open. I do. So copy the branch name, go to the branching tab in cursor, check out to main, pull the latest changes from main. Okay, got the latest changes from main. Check out to my branch, publish my branch. And so this is on songs, I believe. You can go to docs.recoupable.com to view the live docs. And it is, the API 1 update is songs. Is that right? The post includes ISRC, name, album, and notes, but it does not include artists. So let's add artists into here, and this endpoint is API songs. So it's right here, I'm already on it. Close others. Let's say, please update these docs to include an optional parameter of songs artists array of strings for artist names similar in behavior to name, album, and notes. So first thing we do is we update the docs, then we update the API to match the docs, and then we update the chat interface to use the new API. little drinky poo. Avena. Okay. Artist names. That looks good. Now it's updating the examples. Deleted a whole bunch of stuff down here, which I don't want. Verify the changes. We added in artists. And in our TypeScript definition, we demonstrated artists. Looking good. Let's add this. Go back to the ticket. Copy the ticket name. Do the commit. Do the push. Now we head over to GitHub to do that pull request. Go to GitHub, recoupable com, and then I think it's docs. Yeah, there it is. Start to get Slack open. Go into the code review channel. Open up my pull request. Take my pull request. Let's send it into Recoup. Link the ticket. As well as the test link. In here, got our post parameters. We've got artists in here. Do a quick code review. Should also be down here in our TypeScript example. Input, we've got artists. Testing looks good. Code changes. The only thing that has changed is the artists. So code looks good. Let's get this merged. First pull request of the day is done. Take a photo, add the photo. And we have delivered our first pull request of the day. Take this, go over to the Recoup chat, go into the code review over there. This allows me to communicate directly with the Recoup team. Where did it go? Let's go to docs.recoupable.com/songs. Hi, baby girl. How you doing? Come up here. Take another screenshot. Once it's deployed, there it is. There's the changes. Okay, it's already been updated. The status is done. Come back. Now we're on the API step. Check out this branch. We can close this repository. Let's go back. We're now in our API repository. Make sure I don't have any envs open. Check out to main. Pull the latest from main. Once I've pulled the latest from main, check out to my new branch, publish the branch. Please help me implement this ticket. Take the ticket name. We need to add an optional artist param following these docs. Now I can give it the docs that we just deployed, and I can actually copy the explicit part where the post parameters are. Now I'm going to go into routes. Inside of routes, we've got our create handler. Come on. Songs controller, create song handler, body.songs, missing ISRC, and then we process the input. Process song input, it's getting a song map, and then we're getting the values, enriching the songs, getting the songs by ISRC, song record. Let's check out what's going on inside of. Well, first I'm just going to send this. I'm overthinking it. I was trying to find a specific place to do the update, but I think let's just send it, let the LLM think, and while it's thinking, I can continue to do my research. Get ISRC, get Spotify artists. I think we want to call this get Spotify artists. Get Spotify artists. No, that's just pulling the artist name. Artists. Artist then becomes ID and name. Spotify artists. Spotify artists. Songs to upsert. Let's see what goes on in upsert songs. Upsert songs. Conflict ISRC. Link songs to artists, I believe, is what we are looking for. Link songs to artists. This is checking only Spotify artists. So we likely want to see a change to link songs to artists. Link songs to artists by names. Get a glass of water. All right, how we doing? All right, it looks like process song input, artists by ISRC. Okay, songs controller. Adds artists. So now songs includes an artist field, which is an array of strings. I don't know what we're doing over here in catalog songs controller. If songs controller, songs now has create songs request is used down here. Here we go. Artist by ISRC. Body songs for each song.isrc. Artist by ISRC. Songs for upsert. Huh. Okay. So we separate them into the songs that we need to upsert and the artists. I don't know why we're modifying catalog songs controller. Why did you modify? I don't think we needed to modify catalog songs controller. So we'll go back over to songs controller. We've added optional artists, lives in. It's not true. I don't think that's correct, but it might be. Let me see where catalog songs is used. Catalog songs. It's not used anywhere. Oh, catalogs plural. Get and post. Where's post catalog songs called? Parse CSV. It's only used for the type inside of the parsing file. Post catalog songs. Upload batch songs. Inside of this batch, what's this batch? batches, catalog songs. No, I don't think we need artist here. Artist should be linked to a song. It shouldn't have anything to do with a catalog song, because from a catalog you get the songs associated, and from there you get the artists that are associated with the song, but there shouldn't be any direct link between a catalog and an artist for now. I'm just going to roll back the change to the catalog songs controller. Keep our changes minimal. Songs controller is updating the input type. The get, there's nothing being changed. And in the there's just two. There's a create and there's a get. Inside of the create, we're using our new type. We're separating it into the artists and what needs upserted. And then process songs input is now, I wonder why control click, command click is no longer working. Process songs input is now accepting artist by ISRC and song input, and then instead of here, songs to upsert, songs with artist fallback is going to be enrich songs.map, has Spotify artists, provided names, has Spotify artists, provided names, we just return the song. So if we have Spotify artists and we don't have provided names, I don't know why we care. If we have Spotify artists, that should be the only thing that we care about. If we don't have Spotify artists and we don't have provided names, songs with artist fallback. So there's a map of the songs, has Spotify artists. Scratch my head a little bit. Provided names. So if Spotify has names, those should already be included from the song's input. And so we just return the song if it already has Spotify artists. If it doesn't have Spotify artists and it doesn't have provided names, we still return it and it just won't have artists. Otherwise, we take the provided names, we map them. Name should be a type of string, we trim it. We filter any invalid empty names, and then we give a null ID in the name. And then we return the song with the Spotify artists as synthesized. Then we do our songs to upsert. We pull those. Spotify artists, song record. We upsert the songs. We link the songs to the artists. And then we queue the Redis songs. This looks good. It's a little bit more complex than I would like. I will likely be simplifying this, but I think we are ready to give it a shot. Let's give this a try locally. Start it. Do I already have Postman open? I do not, so we'll open up Postman. Okay. And let's also get open Supabase. How are we doing over on the live stream? Anybody tuning in? I don't see any comments, so we'll keep going. Oh, am I not sharing my screen? No, I'm sharing my screen, but I'm not doing it in the best way. I want to prioritize there used to be a view where I could Maybe picture in picture. That's what I want, is picture in picture. And I like putting me in the bottom. Customize, put me in the bottom. There we go. Okay, now we're focused on what I'm building. Get back to Supabase. Make sure I'm in recoupable, table editor, songs. Can I close others? I can close others. Okay. All right. And what I'm really interested in is song artists, filtered by song as this song, and we don't have any artists for the song. So where's Postman? There's our Postman API songs. In our body, we have ISRC name and album. Let me find the song in our local catalog, full catalog, and I'm going to look up the same ISRC I'm checking here. Where did I get this? This should be, let's use Drew Barrymore as the example. Okay. So here we've got the song, it's Drew Barrymore. The name of this is Drew Barrymore. The album is not available. And the artist should be an array of strings, this time only Bryce Vine. And with that, let's send it off and see if we get a record for this. Failed upsert, updated at, violates non-null constraint. I got this error. Which file would this error be thrown from? Here's my inputs. Post endpoint. Let's see if it can help me identify where the issue is. I think we're missing an ID. Get songs by ISRC. Spotify artist is coming from track.artists. Updated at in the payload pass to upsert songs in the post without ensuring updated at. We didn't need to do that before. Why do we need to do that now when we didn't need to do that before? First, let's see if that fixed it. It's in the upsert songs file. Upsert songs. Where's upsert songs called? It's called here. So we need to make sure that in the songs we're going to upsert, we have an updated at. But that should default to a value. We shouldn't need to pass this in. Updated at. Let me check inside of the database schema for the songs table. Definition. Updated. Not null. It says default would be to now. Here's the table definition. Shouldn't Supabase default this to now? confused because that. Okay, so is. Let's remove the value and ensure it's never set so the default can be used from the Supabase definition. Because I don't want to be passing it in. Was this what was just added? This updated at here? Yeah, roll that back. You're going to get rid of, let's get rid of this altogether. This looks good. Songs controller. This also looks good. I'm not seeing updated at anywhere. Let's check these two overall. ISRC name, album, and notes. Stop setting catalog songs controller. And then process songs input. Let's try this again. Might not have changed anything, but the default value we want to be using. We don't want to be taking that from human input. Updated at should be automatically set always. Updated at is declared here. Fix this error in and let me just make sure process songs input. Yeah, it's should we be using partial instead of table for the type? Or insert. Table insert. That sounds correct. Table insert. Updated the type only. And then down here, table insert for songs as well. Table insert. Table insert. Where's tables used? I actually don't see tables being used anymore in this. Only tables insert here, and then in the controller. Songs to process. Where is this? This is catalog songs control. I don't care about that. Songs controller. Where's tables being used for song extended song input? Yeah, this should also be tables insert. Now tables is also not being used, so we can remove it. All right, let's crash the server, try it again. Server's already crashed. Start it up. issue we were just hitting is in our schema, we were using tables, so it was expecting all of the columns to be provided. We're not trying to pass all of the columns. Undefined is not able to be passed to string null. Enriched songs. Where's this error being thrown? Process song input, line 28. Process song input, close all the others, line 28. Get songs by ISRC, unique songs. Let's first pass this in and see if the LLM can give us any help. Help debug this error. This should also be table insert. And that should be fine. Are we using tables anymore? Nope. All right, let's try that again. Just updating the type, again, the same type error. We're just having conflicts between where we are passing in all the values and where we're not. So when we query the table, we get back all those columns, but when we insert, we don't necessarily need to. It looks like this time we're going to be able to successfully start the server. So once the server starts, we'll be able to check if our query is still working. We're listening. Let's try it again. Testing shows success. Okay, so now let's go back to Supabase. Reorganize a little bit. Go back to Supabase. Go back to the data. And now if we go to song artists for this song, we have one artist, and that artist is Bryce Vine. If I come back over here and I refresh the production page and I make sure that we show the missing info, I now see Bryce Vine. Okay, let's do this demo with one more that has more than one artist, like this one, Concourse P. Let's check out how Concourse P looks inside of. Looks like Concourse P is missing its artist, so let's give this one a try. All right, update the ISRC. Name of the song is Concourse P. Album is C. And then the artists, we've got 3 artists in here, not 2. So artists, we've got Pete Rock and Cannabis. Okay, before I run this, I'm going to verify that Supabase does not have any records in it. Filter by this song. Currently, we have no records. Let's run the post and see if it works. Post with the artists. We get back 3 artists this time. And if we come back over to Supabase, we should see 3 records. We do. And if we refresh the page, let's look up the same ISRC. And now we see Cannabis, Pete Rock, and Bronze Nazareth. It shows remix here by Cannabis, Bronze Nazareth. Track was released. Popularity score, duration, explicit flag of true. Looks better. So I'm calling this complete. Let's push these changes and start our review process. Go back to linear. Copy the ticket name. Commit it. Push it. Now let's open up a pull request and get more critical in our review. Instead of Recoup Docs, Recoup Agent APIs. Instead of Recoup Agent APIs, it should auto prompt us to open up a pull request. Once we open up this pull request, we'll get into our review. Copy this. Go into Slack. Recoup. copy the ticket link, and then test locally. Let me test locally with so we now have an artist param that is accepted. Artist filled into Supabase. And then I also share a screenshot from Supabase. And with that, let's look at the code and make sure I'm happy with the quality of the code. I don't think I will be. This doesn't follow open closed principle. We want to get that in a better way. The get songs by ISRC looks fine. We're just changing the type there. Process song input is also doing quite a bit. So we want to update both songs controller and process song input to better follow the open close principle. We'll start from the top, songs controller. I'm in the wrong repo. Lines 82 to 98. Open closed principle, new lib for the input formatting, please. Just to remind myself what open closed principle is. To me, it means if a file's already been written, we shouldn't be adding new code to that. Instead, we should be making a new lib and importing that lib into the existing file. Open closed principle is a software design guideline that states a software entity should be open for extension but closed for modification. This means you should be able to add new functionality to a module or class without changing its existing source code. Instead of modifying the original code, you extend it using concepts like abstraction, inheritance, and polymorphism. Format songs input gets the songs. And then we do those iterations, and then we return it. And then inside of the controller, we just call it, and then we get the items we need. Looking much cleaner. Where's this type? Songs input extended local. Try principle. Are they different? No, they're the same. Tables insert for songs and artists. Yeah. This type should only be defined once. It's going to prevent us from making mistakes of having two different types that end up skewing and not following the same definition. We always want to follow one single source of truth. It's going to be easier to maintain and cause less confusion for other devs that want to come in here and modify the code base. Songs controller now takes the some bug. Okay, we delete that. Keep that. Now we're using song input extended. Song input extended. Looking good. And then format songs. We're now exporting the type. Looks good. Open, closed, principal, format songs input. Okay, let's go back to our code review. Songs controller, importing stuff. We changed the type to songs input extended. Is there ever any song input? Catalog song input, and then we have song input extended. Let's refactor this to just be song input. Kiss principal refactor to simplify the name. Extended is an extra word that is not necessary. We're never using song input anywhere else, so let's just rename it. Song input, and then songs controllers can use this new refactored name. I'll verify over here. Commit and push. It's now just song input. I mean, why are we manually typing it here instead of using create song input for line 59? Why isn't this line using the otherwise this type isn't being used. We love vibe coding, but it makes these small little changes that don't make any sense. We've reduced a line of change. Create song inputs being used. Formatting the song input with fallback artists. Process the song input. Controller, I think, looks good. Smallest amount of changes possible. The only thing I would potentially want to change is have the parsing, the formatting inside of the process song input function, but that's a very small detail. Format song input. This is a brand new function which takes the songs and then returns the songs and the artists. Looks good to me. Process is an existing function. We've changed it from 1 input to 2. Song map. This needs updated. Doesn't follow the open close principle for this mapping. So process songs input. And it's on line 32. So songs to upsert did not change. Oh, it does. It's using the songs with artist fallback. I don't know if this is open close principle or single responsibility principle, but I'm just going to keep going with it. Yeah, that mapping's 18 lines. We can remove it to its own standalone function and keep this function cleaner and easier to read. Synthesize artists' fallbacks. I don't understand why it's using the word synthesize. That's a weird. Refactor to map artists fallback. Synthesize is a weird word and that throws me off. Map is a very clear, this is a mapping function. So the first thing it's doing is creating a duplicate function with likely the same code. And then it updates the reference to use the new function. And then it should delete the old function. And then it deleted it. Comments redundant. We should be getting close to doing the final test before we merge. Map artist fallback is our new function. It takes the enriched songs and the artists, and then we add the names only if Spotify didn't give us any names. And then we process the process song input is now calling songs to upsert off of Spotify with artist fallback instead of the enriched songs. And I'm going to make a slight refactor here, songs with artists. This is for Kiss. Looks good. Commit those changes. This is the last file, so with this change, I think I'm happy with the code, and then we'll just do one more local test before we merge it. I'm happy with how this code looks. Code changes are done. Let's run this locally. Okay, while that is getting ready, let's find another song that needs updated. The Waitress. All right. ISRC. Name. Album. Artist. First, I'm going to do this without the artist just to verify nothing happens. It works. It looks like it actually did include an artist this time, which is weird because before we did not get any artist. Let's refresh and see if it now has an artist. It now has an artist, so that's weird that before it did not have an artist and afterwards it does, even without us having to pass it in. Let's look up the next one. Same thing. Send this and see if we get back any artists. Look at that, it's even getting an artist that was not known here. So some of these, I'm surprised that it's pulling this info. Let's try to find a different one like Charlie Brown. This is weird. It's got two different albums for the same ISRC. ISRC, name, album, we'll do Charlie Brown. Let's run this and see what we get back. So it used Aya, and then it also included two new artists. Super weird that some of these are working now, which were not working before. Let's look up this one. Title is Minds Awake. Rump Springs, 1729, UTC, USTC 5. Interesting. Send this. We get back the artist. This is super weird. Maybe, girl. I mean, little princess. Who's my baby? You my baby? Oh, yeah, you're my little girl. You're my little girl. Okay. So a lot of this is now showing info where we weren't showing info before. Let's do one more. We might be getting rate limited by Spotify, and that might be why some of this is not showing us full Spotify info. It's a guess. It's by Mod Sun. Mod Sun's a famous artist, so yeah, it's giving us all the info. So it's looking accurate. It's actually giving us better info than we were getting before without us even needing to include the artist info. There we go. Braggadocio, Chill Rap, mid-period Mod Sun track from his BB era, leans on his pre-punk hip-hop rap style with upbeat, boastful lyrics and a laid-back party vibe. So how can we test this to make sure that it's adding it in? It looks like Spotify is automatically adding all this in, so we probably don't even need to do it. It's this Machine Gun Kelly, nice. Featuring blackbear. All right, let's do this one and we'll throw in the artist. Q, Shoot 'Em Down, featuring blackbear. Look up. And then artists, we've got these three. Mod Sun, Machine Gun Kelly. I guess there's only two, and blackbear's only in the title, not in the actual artist. So let's see if it adds blackbear into this artist list. Send it. We get back. Okay, so I passed in Machine Gun Kelly. It used MGK, and it also added blackbear. So it's working. We're gonna merge this. But I do think this is exposing that we are hitting Spotify API rate limits. And so we likely want to also rate limit how much we're passing into Spotify at any given time to make sure we're not exceeding those rate limits. For now, we're using Perplexity to backfill the notes, but we're not using Spotify to backfill the other data. We might have more robust overall data if we batch both of them in the Redis queue. And so initially we upload just the initial data and we don't pull anything in from Spotify. And then the Redis queue handles both Spotify query and Perplexity. And Perplexity is our main rate limit. So Spotify, if Perplexity goes offline, Spotify should also go off just fine. So maybe that's another thing I need to add to the backlog. I don't want to over-engineer this. So for now, I think we'll keep this as is and we'll keep moving forward. Any important comments? Not seeing any important comments off the bat. Okay, second pull request merge of the day. How are we doing on time? Let's go back to our stream and check out how we're looking. We are at 1 hour and 4 minutes, so we've got about 30 minutes left on the stream. The goal is going to be to get the chat updated, and then that's likely where we're going to be wrapping this stream up today. Okay, so now that we've added it to the docs, we've added it to our API, let's now add it to the front end chat. We should be able to close down this repo. GitHub branching, check out to main. I don't know why it's offering us to push things. I don't want us to be pushing things to main. So let's crash the server, close out of this, git checkout -b dookie, and now let's get branch -d main, git checkout main, pulls us from origin main, and now we're on main with nothing to commit. Let's sync it. Now let's get checkout our branch again. Let's make sure that we pull from main. publish the branch. And now we want to say, help me implement this ticket. We'll want to update the @parse CSV file. Parse CSV file. Is this already pulling the artist? And we want this to parse the artist column. By commas. Where's this file being used? It's being used in the use catalog songs, and then from there to pass the artists into following these docs. And now we give it those docs that we did in step 1. For the artists param. Let's see if this works. The API took a while because we had to update types and then clean up the code. Let's see if chat's any faster. While I'm waiting, I can send this update into Recoup. What else can I share? All right, it's modified some files. Adds artists. Would this type definition be the same with less code if we used tables insert instead of partial omit tables? And it also keeps us more consistent with the back end if we can keep this type on the front end the same as what we're parsing on the back end. This looks good. Artist array, we get the artists, we split by comma. Yes, do it. It looks like it did it. Catalog song input now includes artists. I want to keep checking out over here. We now get the artist array by splitting on commas. We trim it, and we only keep it if it's a valid name. Artists are kept only if we have more than one, otherwise it's undefined. Implement the updated type. So far, this file looks good. This could be removed, but it's 4 lines. I think we're going to keep this as is. And post catalog songs, we're just updating songs input to include an optional artist field, and that's being passed already from the parsed CSV file. Are you actually going to do it this time? Table insert instead of tables. Tables insert. Is partial required? Is partial required here? If yes, why? Okay. That's fine. Slightly cleaner. We're no longer explicitly stating the updated app. So let's commit this, push it, and start doing our code review. We'll test it on the deployed preview. Okay, we pushed. Hi, baby. Hi, my little princess. I love you so much. I love when you want to cuddle. It's so special that I get to cuddle with you all day while I work. You're just my little girl. Just likes to cuddle. And be cute. You're just a baby. You're just a baby, aren't you? Making some biscuits. Making biscuits. Let's open up a pull request. This time we do have the ability to test. Let's go to the preview and go to /catalogs. /catalogs. It's already deployed. That was fast. Okay. And now, before I do my full 1,000 full catalog, let's try the shorter 50 catalog. And inside of here, can I find a record which is missing an artist name? Let's reorganize a little bit. In that case, it looks like we have everything. There we go. Let's add in a new row and add in something that does not exist from the full catalog. So we'll clear this. Don't hide. Let's grab Supergirl 2. copy this, go back to my first sheet, add it in there, and let's add in one more that has multiple artists. Let's try to find one in here that has multiple artists. Let's check this one. This one is missing. All right, we're gonna grab this guy. So now we've got two new ones, one with a single artist and one with multiple artists. And so once this deployment finishes, which it might have already done, it might already be done, we're gonna upload the CSV and see if artists are preserved. Okay, it looks like it finished. Have we pushed our latest changes locally? I don't see any changes locally. So let's try it. We also don't need Postman. Let's get it out of the way. So we'll upload a CSV. Our 50 catalog. It uploads the catalog. Selfies looks like it's missing. Okay, it looks like we're missing stuff. Which I don't think is expected. This should have multiple artists. Selfie should have 24 hours in DJ Drama. So why are they not being included? What happened here? Let's refresh the page maybe. Upload a CSV. Select our 50 catalog. Okay, I think we were looking at an outdated sheet because we can now see Nudies does include all of them. So does Curtis Snow. Selfies. Do any of these? Oh, well, let's not hide. Interesting. So we've got two selfies, each with different ISRCs. One ends with 05 and one ends with 53. Let's check out this 53. 53 is selfies with not available. Selfies not available, but it should still include DJ Drama. And then we have another selfies down here. Is this one even included in our sheet? Yeah, there's two selfies, each with different names. One's 12 a.m. in Atlanta 2. Which is correct. And then this one with 53. Selfies is in here three times at a minimum. Why was the artist name not preserved? Artist name for this should be 24 hours in DJ Drama. And also this has 53 items in it or 52 items in it. Oh, I never saved this. I never saved this, so it doesn't include the new items. But even with the items it already has, it's still missing those artists. Let's, I guess, test it locally. I was hoping we didn't need to, but let's do it. If row.isrc is, well, let's first just log them all. Console.log artist array. Okay, so now we're logging the artist array. Let's go to localhost. Compiling. So on the API, the errors we were hitting were related to types for our Supabase table. On the front end, I still don't know what the error is, but the symptom is I'm not seeing the artist name that is in the CSV added to the song in Supabase. It's me, Amy. You got any eye boogies today, or you been cleaning yourself up? She's a clean girl. She's a clean little baby. Okay, it's loading songs. I don't want to log in. It looks like we're already logged in. Let's upload a CSV. Let's upload our 50 catalog. And it looks like that. The title is likely not the same. So here we are checking for artists, but in my actual CSV that I'm testing with, it is artist name. So let's change this to artists. Artists. Okay. File, export to CSV. '50 catalog, export, replace it. Now we have an artist column. Let's go back to testing on our deployed version. And let's try it again with a CSV that actually has the correct columns. Okay, so we go to upload. 50 catalog is no longer showing as available. Had this happen sometimes. It's a CSV, so I'm not sure why it. Let's try it again. There's our 50 catalog. I don't know what changed. This time we should see more than 50 songs. We see 52. Let's remove this. Selfies is still not showing an artist. What are we looking for? What's the actual column name? Let's try it locally again. /catalogs. I wonder what the error is. Going to check over here to see if anyone else knows. No engagement. Get out of this. Upload the CSV. Select our 50 catalog. I'm seeing a bunch of artists in here. I'm seeing all artists in here. Looks great. Nothing's empty. So now do we have valid info here? Is this item even included in the catalog that we're uploading? It's gotta be. Let's also log All right, let's see now if we see the ISRC and we can find that. We're on our local version. Refresh the page, clear out our existing logs. So the first thing we changed is the column name, and I thought that fixed it. So we were seeing valid names. Upload a CSV, 50 catalog. Now let's find the ones that are missing. The ones that are missing, this one, which ends in 353. 353 is right here, USA 2P2 016 353. I see two artists in here, 24 Hours and DJ Drama. So why aren't they being added? Let's try it in our post request. Let's see what happens if we run the same info over here. Because it could be that Spotify is overwriting it for some reason. So we go https api.recoupable.com, and let's add the same info that we've got in our CSV. I'll maximize Postman for a bit. Let's find the missing ISRC. ISRC. Title. Album. Artist. And we run it. What artists come back? I see DJ Drama in 24 Hours here. Okay, my next question is, it looks like if this data is passed in the artist array, it's 353, 24 Hours in DJ Drama. I mean, this looks the exact same. Let's keep tracing. So let's check songs that gets returned. Get rid of that. Parse CSV file is called inside of use catalog. So songs should be coming from here, and then songs get put into upload song batch. And inside of here, we are uploading the batches. Let's see if we can find the song and see what's being sent. So we will go here to localhost, refresh the page, change our search. And down here, upload a CSV, upload our 50. We got 52 songs being sent. ISRC, I'm interested in the ISRC ending with 353. And it is USA 2P2. 353, artists, this is being added to catalog songs. Not songs. So I was incorrect from the start. And the LLM was correct. How did I miss this? Upload batch songs is upload batch catalog songs. Is songs ever being used? We're never calling songs. So the API that I've been updating, we're never actually using. Why have I been messing around with this API if this API is never being used? All right, so it seems like we now need to go back to step 1, update the catalog songs file because we're using catalog songs. This was an oversight. I mean, that kind of needed to happen, the update, but I missed the boat. Post catalog songs doesn't accept artists, so it's not gonna save it. We can see right here, all that it accepts is a catalog ID and an ISRC. And that's likely why none of the info was getting saved. When I was hitting the API endpoint, it was saving it. But when we hit the API endpoint for songs, it worked. But when we were hitting it for catalog songs, it was not working. And that is likely why. We're never using the songs endpoint to post. This is never used anywhere in our chat code base. So what I've been building is unrelated. Only the get is being used. So that's on me. I mean, those updates are okay that we just made. Now we got to do them all again for catalog songs. It's going to likely be faster this time. The question is, I think I'm going to keep streaming until I get this done. So I'm going to got to lock in. Now we're going to say docs /API/catalogs. Catalog singular or plural? Upload batch songs. API catalogs songs. Add artists param. And then the same thing for API. Add the artist param. We'll move these up to the top. And we'll do both of those, and then we'll come back to this front-end chat, and then it should all work fine. Is there anything else I need to verify? I think I'm just going to keep going. A little bit disappointed in myself for getting that wrong. Okay. We'll crash this. Okay. Let's check out to main. Well, actually, I think this one is also not synced correctly. Get status, get branch, delete the main branch, get checkout main. Now we're going to check out to our new branch, publish the branch. Please implement the following ticket. Updating wherever that doc is to post endpoint to include the same params as songs. And I'm just going to verify that is what we want by going over to the live docs. So songs includes ISRC name, album notes, and artists. Catalog songs is catalog ID and ISRC. We want this to also include the rest of those options. Does this make sense? I mean, it's being used. Name, album, notes, and artists. Very silly. Very, very silly. Because the alternative is we could make 2 API calls in batches, one to upload the songs and then another to link them to the catalog. But I was already operating under the impression that it's all in one step. So far, I think I'm the only one on the front-end client using the API, so let's keep building it for our own use case and not overthink too much. We don't need songs to be updated here. We didn't actually update anything in songs. Catalog songs includes catalog ID and ISRC. Those are both required. Name, album, notes, and artists are optional. This first one looks fine. Nothing was changed there, just added quotes. Now we've got a name, album, notes, artists, example usage, name, album, notes, artists. I don't know that we want to do all these deletions. Let's open up the file itself. Yeah, we're getting why no, we don't even want it to we don't want it to delete. Why are you deleting the TypeScript example in catalog songs? Should be updating the example, not deleting it. Yeah, I'm seeing it being deleted here. I see JavaScript. You deleted it, bro. Is there any TypeScript? There's JavaScript. Let's undo this. There's a get, add songs to catalog, add song input. Where's that? Type needs updated with new optional params. You just hallucinated on me and told me you didn't do something that you did do. It's okay. Any other changes we need to review in here? Let's push it and see how it looks on the deployed version. I find it hard to read this markdown. All right, back to the docs. Recoup docs. Should be auto prompting us for a pull request here. Post now includes name, album notes, and artists. Okay. Looks good here. Let's go into the examples. Curl for post includes those optional params. TypeScript, add song input, add songs to catalog, now has name, album, notes, and artists. Doesn't have an example usage, but that is totally fine. And this is all looking good. Song artist table should have a foreign key of artist, song and artist. Missing artist foreign key. That looks good. Add missing foreign key to artist table. Looks like it's suggesting that we don't use quotes around application JSON. I don't know if that's correct or not. So let's give it a shot in the, well, I don't want to try either of those because they're both going to modify the tables. Let's try passing it in. Is this code rabbit feedback accurate? Looks like it's just going to implement it. All that was changed are both of those curls. I haven't used the curls doc, so I don't know if that's correct, but both of these LLMs seem to think that it's correct, so we'll assume it's correct. Resolve. CodeRabbit's good. CodeRabbit is effective at finding the changes that I want to be checking for. Let's check here. All that I care about is if those foreign keys at the bottom, they've been updated. These docs look good to go. Let's merge this and keep going. Confirm the merge. Share this back in Recoup's code review. Next up is the API. So we can close out of the docs again, go back to our command line, get out of this, go back into the APIs, open it up in Cursor. Move the agent APIs up here. Let's check out to main, pull the latest changes from main, and then check out the branch. Hi, princess. How's your bathroom time been? I haven't been seeing you sleeping in the bathroom. That's always a good sign. You feeling better? Yeah. Check out to main. Looks like we're missing an install, so we'll do that in a bit. Okay, now we start at the top. We go back to routes and we start typing. Please help me implement this ticket. We need to update the post endpoint to accept all params listed in the docs here. Now we give it those updated docs. Oh, yeah, that's annoying. Let's check it out to see if there's anything else we can glean from here. I think we were already going there. Catalog songs controller, create the catalog songs. And then we also pull out the name, the album, and the notes. Updating the first. Let's let it run. And let's read through here a little bit more. So we get data by ISRC. Right now we're missing those artists. Songs to process. Process songs input. Is this already doing the same thing? Process songs input used in multiple files. It's used in the catalog songs controller and in the songs controller. So luckily, all the changes we just made. Nice. Yeah, we don't care about the updated at. Catalog ID, ISRC, name, album, notes, and artist. That looks good. Should be an array. We include the array of artists. The map now includes artists. We removed the updated at, which is great. Artist by ISRC. Yeah, again, if we had updated this inside of process songs input, this step wouldn't be required. So I think I might do some dry step here. Let's find, are both places we doing the same thing? For each, and then we set it to a key. Artist by ISRC. Artist by ISRC and songs to process. Dry principle. It looks like in both catalog songs controller and in songs controller, we are parsing the artist by ISRC and songs to process / songs for upsert. Would it be less code if we call at format songs input within at process songs input and simplify both of the controllers to pass in the raw songs provided in the input? Let's see what it says, and let's also run a test to verify, because I might be incorrect here. Okay, it's updating process song input to do that. Now we just take song input, which is already defined somewhere else. Then we pull them out. Now let's check out the controllers. The songs controller no longer needs to call that and just passes in the raw body. And inside of the catalog songs controller does the same thing. Both of them just pass in the raw body. We'll need to test both of these to verify I didn't break anything there. What is songs for insert? Yeah, that looks good. Well, let me can this type be used to replace looks like yes. Hi princess, I see you came back. Okay, let's review these changes. So inside of catalog songs controller, what did we do? We accept an artist param, we map it, we get our songs to process, and then we process the songs input from our songs to process, and we remove the updated at. This looks good to me. Have I already accepted all the changes? I have not, so let's do that. Songs to process. What is song input? Song input is coming from, song input is songs with artists. CSV data. Where is CSV data? I don't know where CSV data is coming from. Looks like it's ISRC and then the CSV data. And down here, we're doing artist by ISRC. We don't need that anymore because it's happening in the next level down. So this looks simpler. Here we're adding in an artist param. We are removing updated at, changing the type. Much simpler changes here. Songs controller, we've deleted 2 inputs, added only 1. And then we removed a function column, we're passing in raw data, so this function is also simpler. Simplified both of the controllers. And then inside of the process, we take the raw input, we pull out the 2 things that we need, and we updated one. This seems overall a much simpler approach. Let's commit this and then we'll test it locally. So let's push, and then we'll run it locally. First, we'll test the endpoint that we've already been falsely testing, the songs endpoint, and then we'll try the catalog songs endpoint. Brabacon. Okay. Let's try the same things that we've been already trying with API songs. Oh, well, we got to change this from localhost. We're getting valid data back. Now let's try API songs. API catalogs songs. Catalogs songs. And the only thing that this should tell me that we're missing a catalog ID. Yep. So we need to add in catalog ID. And this should give me the same response as before. Now we've got artist info in here. So it looks like both of them are now working. Let's try one of the rows that was missing info before. Let's take this one, ISRC. Don't have it in this one. We've got it in this one. Title is the letter. Album is Ella. And artist, it's just Cyan Z. Let's run this. We get a valid response with multiple artists. Let's see if those multiple artists are preserved over here on the production page. Look up the ISRC. And it's now valid data with all the artists. Looking good over here. Let's push these changes. I've already pushed them. Let's start our code review. Prompts us to open up that pull request. We open the pull request. Take the URL of the pull request, come back into Slack, go back to Recoup. And then artist param is now accepted. Let's go in and review the code changes. Convert, song input format. Glad we got rid of that updated at. We've net added code, but it's not much. In our controller for songs, we removed netcode. Catalog songs, we added a little bit of code. Process song input, we added a little bit. And if we deleted some of these comments, it might be net neutral changes. Looking good to me. Let's merge. And now we can go back to the pull request we were working on of implementing this into our front end. Take this, go back to Recoup, get rid of the edited text. Okay, now that that is merged, we should just be able to go back to our old pull request, and without changing anything, it should work better because the API changed. So let's try that. Let's try just coming back over here, finding wherever that pull request is. Well, I've already got the link here, so let's go right here to the link. Got too many tabs open. Close, close, close. We're going to close everything. Okay. And now from here, let's upload a CSV of 50 songs and see if after we do, fingers crossed, we should now not have any missing data. Okay, so missing notes is fine. I'm fine with us missing notes. But it looks like every single row now has artist, album, ISRC, and then the only thing that's missing is notes for some of these. Question I have is, why are we missing notes for some of these? We should be looking all these up on Spotify. Process songs input, format, get song by ISRC, enriched songs. So that should be looking it up. It's okay. Some of these likely won't have info from Spotify, which is likely why it was missing info in the first place. So let's leave that as is. And let's merge this to production. Valid artist data for all CSV uploaded songs. Let's go back to reviewing the code, and then we'll merge it, and then we'll try our 1,000 or 11,000 upload and verify if that works. This should be the last time that we need to modify the uploading flow. And then in the afternoon, I'll work on the analysis flow. Very simple changes here. We're just updating how we're parsing to parse the artist column. Speaking of, I need to make sure I change that on the 1,000, the full catalog. And the name of this is, what's the name of the column? Artist. Copy the exact same name. Artist. File. Export to CSV. Full catalog. Replace it. Close out of this. Delete it. Open full catalog back up. Okay. All right. We look good over here. Any notes from our AI code reviewers? The changes extend the CSV parsing and the catalog song input reference to support an artist field. The parse row type now uses tables insert and includes an optional artist property. The parser normalizes comma-separated artist strings from CSV into an array format for downstream processing. Failed checks, missing. Oh, what are we doing? Inline, comma separated, should be extracted into a reusable utility function. I agree. Never duplicate code, and if two pieces of code do the same thing, they should be the reviewing comment provides clear. I agree with that. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Give me a prompt for an LLM and I'll run it. This is good feedback. I was thinking of skipping this, but I got called out by an LLM as well, so I will fix it. Parse CSV, utility function, put it in, not there, put it inside of lib catalog, parse, comma, parse, comma separated. We'll just say parse. Is it just parse comma separated? Well, I guess it could be more generic. Leave it as is. The only difference is we're putting it inside of our catalog lib. This is inside of catalog. Looking great. Looking great, looking great. I don't want this test file. We also don't want this dev logging. Stop. Looking great. Single responsibility principle, parse, comma, separated. This is resolved now. Adding artist to the payload may break if the backend doesn't accept it. It definitely accepts it. Looking good. Go back to our review those code changes. We've got a new lib. Looking good. Let's wait for the deployment, make sure that when we test the deployment, it still works. After that, we'll be good to merge it. I've already shared screenshots. Way longer than expected because I did not plan correctly. I didn't follow the principle of measure twice, cut once of making sure we were updating the API endpoint we actually wanted to update. But at the end of the day, approaching the same problem multiple times gave us higher resolution on multiple different ways it could be implemented and allowed us to follow clean coding principles a little bit more, specifically the solid principles. After this, I'm going to make some breakfast, and I'm going to come back to do more coding, but I don't think I'm going to live stream it, and then I'll do the active artist filtering. Breakfast at 11:30. Late breakfast, late lunch, hopefully an early dinner. How are we? 2 hours. 45 minutes more than I was hoping. Okay, latest deployment has finished successfully. Do the same thing. Come in here, upload a CSV, upload our 50 catalog, and instead of our 50 catalog, we should not have anything with missing info. Everything here's got info. We are good. Let's merge this, and then we'll start wrapping up for the day. Parse CSV file. I think this is correct. I don't know why it's telling us this is incorrect. A parsed row should be one single thing. And it seems to be working in our tests. So going to ignore this comment. It's happy with the parsing logic. I don't want to add a JS doc for now. Merge it. So what I've been working on the feedback for catalogs is catalog page needed to filter. It was filtering out, well, we needed to add the filter for missing items. That way it was easier for Sid to present during his meetings to only show full info. We now have preserved all of the info that is originally uploaded in the CSV in case Spotify does not give us info. And the next step is active artist. Okay, with that, we have finished the preservation of CSV artists. We've updated the documentation, which you can view at docs.recoupable.com/catalogs/songs. Or you can scroll on the left side down to songs and go to catalog songs. This also includes the API endpoints, which we also updated during the stream. And then finally, I updated the front end client, which is showing you exactly how you can use these API endpoints to build your own version of this without having to use the Recoupable UI, and you can build your own website on top for however you want to build your own catalog analysis tools. Thank you for tuning in. If you got any value out of this, make sure you give us a like and a subscribe. And with that, I'll be back.